What's up, everybody? My name is Oscar with Push for Profits, and for those that don't know me, I am a futures trader looking to be consistently profitable on the journey to becoming a pro trader. And if that sounds like something that you guys are interested, or if you guys are trying to become pro traders yourself, come and follow along. So let's get right into the video. In today's video, I want to talk about trading versus gambling. So when we're trading, we want to be trading with a high probability edge. And what I mean by that is that something has a higher odd of happening over another. And our job as a trader is to be patient, to wait for those high probabilities to come up and then take action on those probabilities. For example, when you go to the casino, they have a lot of people coming in day and out, and most of the time the casino wins. They win against the players because they have the odds in their favor. The slot machine, they have the odds in their favor because the probability of somebody winning is very slim. Eventually, somebody does win, and that win for that one person is not going to do anything to the casino in terms of a loss. So the same thing applies in trading. When we're trading, we want to be the casino. Our technical analysis, our edge, our patterns that we see in the market pretty much gives us that edge over the market. It gives us the odds in our favor. So all we have to do is pretty much trust in those odds. And if it doesn't work out, that's just pretty much us landing on the wrong side of probabilities. If something works 70% of the time, that 30% of the time it's not going to work out. So if you lose on a strategy that's winning 70% of the time over a series of trades, then if you do lose, then you're just witnessing that 30% of the time where it's not working. And that's my point when I make this video for you guys, because I want you guys to understand that our job in trading is to pretty much focus on those high probability setups and not care about the losers and not get emotionally hijacked by the losers. Like that, we can be consistently profitable over the long term. I want to give you guys some pointers on what not to do when you find yourself in a situation where you lost or having a losing streak and you feel like you need to make that money back. Once you take a loss and you feel like you want to make your money back, you're better off just walking away. Try not to increase your size way too much. Unless it's a really good trade, you want to be lowering your size once you're taking multiple losses like that. You can keep your risk managed. If you start to increase your size, that's when your losers are going to start to be bigger. Once you do start to lose consistently, we all have our bad days. We all have some type of losing streak. No trade is guaranteed in the market. There's always a risk of losing on every single trade. There's also a reward of winning. And for us to find out if we're going to win or not, we have to be able to accept what that price tag of finding out is. And that pretty much is defined before we hop in. But once you start to take losers over and over again, you kind of just stop caring and you just want to just get your revenge and get your money back. Let me go ahead and show you guys the first trade. This was the first trade right here. I wanted to go ahead and take some buys off of this support level right here. I hopped in once we went back above that level, no hesitating. As soon as I hopped in, the trade pretty much went against me. I didn't get enough signal on the bigger time frame to go ahead and take this trade. I went ahead, I was like, okay, let me just try again at a better level. So I went ahead, I tried to go long once again. Once we broke above this level and held above it, we tried to go ahead and push up a little bit, but we kept finding sellers, a big wall of sellers, and that's what ended up stopping me out on this position. After this second trade, the best thing I could have done possibly was to just walk away, accept the loss. And what ended up happening was I got stopped out on the second trade, and I wanted to make the money back because I usually try to make my winners be bigger than my losers. And on this day, my loser was a bit bigger than most of my winning days. So I ended up going ahead and trying to revenge trade, trying to make some money back. I ended up making about $50 back out of the 80 that I lost, and I was only down about I would say $36 on this trade, but I ended up getting right back in because I thought this was going to keep moving. And this is an example to you guys of what not to do. You don't want to just keep forcing your will onto the market, be like trying to make money, trying to be greedy, trying to push the money out the market when it's clearly telling you to be more reserved, to be more patient. So what ended up happening, I made a little bit more money on this trade, and I only made about $5, which upset me because I was up 30 on this trade. If you guys look back right here, I was up 30 at one point, and I didn't take profits on that, so I got a little upset. And what ended up happening is I ended up going downhill from here. I started just buying, didn't care about being patient. I just wanted to, get into the move before it went to my target without me. And guess what ends up happening? I end up taking bigger losses than I did my winners. And that's the point of this video. Once you start to lose, that's very prone to start gambling. And the best thing to do is to trade less, be patient, and wait for those setups to come. Take 1 or 2 trades if you have a small account. Like that, you're not taking big losses and oversizing. Alright, so how can you improve on moments like these, days like these, where you find yourself gambling? 1, you can set a daily loss limit. For example, if you end up going on tilt and you end up making mistakes that just happen in the moment, you have something to protect yourself. Like that, you don't end up blowing up your whole account. A daily loss limit of $100, $150 is what I have. This is what saves me from blowing up my account on days like this where I end up taking bad trades back to back. Number 2, try to improve on your discipline, not just in trading but overall in your whole life. If you can increase your discipline in your life, you'll more likely be able to be disciplined when it comes to trading and not take back-to-back trades just for the sake of making your money back. And number 3, you want to be journaling your trades. The more you journal your trades, the more you're going to know your edge. The more you're going to know how many times you are profitable on a certain trade, and the more you're gonna know your mistakes. Like that, you can avoid days like these, and they can be less frequent. And those days that you do make these mistakes, hopefully you can catch on quicker instead of later. So if these tips helped you guys, comment down below. If you guys have anything that I didn't mention, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and thank you for joining in on today's video. Keep pushing for profits.